This is a story of how a cult leader murdered a Hollywood actress and ended the hippie movement. A story that starts with a Beatles song and that ends with a Quentin Tarantino movie. Charles Manson was a cult leader, a criminal, and a wannabe musician who was prominent in the 1960s. He led a desert commune of brainwashed followers who believed that America was on a path to a deadly race war, one that only Manson's white supremacist hippie revolutionaries would survive and triumph over. Helter Skelter. For most people, it was just one song out of many from the Beatles' White Album. For Charles Manson, it was an anthem for race war, one that perfectly fit the convoluted narrative he had built to his ardent followers, a desert commune known as the Manson family. The lyrics, originally about an amusement park ride, were interpreted to fit his post-apocalyptic vision of race wars and messianic redemption. Manson convinced his psycho-hippie followers to commit up to 9 murders between July and August of 1969. One of his victims was Sharon Tate, a Golden Globe-nominated actress then married to Roman Polanski. Tate was just 26 and 8.5 months pregnant when a gang of 4 attacked her and stabbed her to death at her home in Los Angeles. 6 people died that night, including Tate's unborn baby, as a result of Manson's twisted instructions. Cruelly, none of those killed were the original targets of the attack. Manson's motive was to kill the owner of the house, a famed record producer who had refused to sign Manson on for an album. He was not present that night. Tate, along with 5 others, became the victims of an organized attack by the Manson family. The killings shook the conscience of the country, destroying the mood of love and peace that the hippie movement had originally stood for, and making Manson the man who killed the 60s. 50 years later, and a Quentin Tarantino movie promises to revisit the murders, depicting the classic age of Hollywood and its ultimate end. In the upcoming film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Margot Robbie will play Tate, while Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio play semi-fictional characters said to be her neighbors. The film will depict the murders set against a backdrop of 1960s Hollywood. Manson died on November 19, 2017, 3 months after Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was announced.